Alright, so today we'll be exploring about maps and the different maps used in the world. The first kind of maps, the most common ones, are called reference maps. They're the maps that are like Google Maps, GPS, Thomas Guide. People use it to find direction and to find where they are in the world. The second maps are called thematic maps. They're the maps where you could show statistical amounts of something. Like if there's a lot of rain in a single area, you can use the map to show that. Or if there's a lot of like snow, or if there's a congregation of earthquakes, thematic maps show the statistical amount of the hazard and other stuff. And the last kind of maps are topographic maps. Topographic maps are more commonly used by hikers and other scientific people, because topographic maps, what they're good at doing is to show like elevation or de-elevation. So for example, if a hiker goes hiking somewhere, and then on a reference map it will just show a plain area, so the hiker could think it'll be an easy hike, like really straightforward. But on topographic map, it shows elevation, which means the hiker has a better idea on how the terrain will be, how long the hike will be, and Okay, so now we're going to talk about the advantages and the disadvantages of each kind of maps. The reference maps, the biggest advantage is on the ease to read. It's really easy. It has a compass, a legend, and it shows you all the information you need to know. But then it doesn't show you the detail, like the elevation, which could be a problem to some people. And the topographic map, the bad thing about it is if you don't know how to read a topographic map, it just looks like circles and ovals. But then each circle and oval and each contour line represents an elevation. So if the people knows how to read a topographic map, they'll know in detail on the area they are at. But the bad thing is that's the only thing it's good at, telling the area. It doesn't show as much detail as a reference map, because a reference map could show in detail of like where they at, but the graphic map shows the geographic aspect of where they're at, and not a mental image aspect. Since we're on this topic, I'll talk about how to read a topographic map. Now, topographic maps, if the first time you've seen one, they're just basically all circles. However, each circle represents, or each contour line represents elevation. So the first thing is, it's always going to be a circle, and then the contour line will always be lower than the area inside the circle, and then the area inside the circle is always the same amount of height. So for example, if you draw 3 circles going in like 3 donuts, the one on the outside circle will be the lowest, and the one in the inner circle will be the highest, and the inner circle area will also have the same height as the inner circle. It's kind of hard.